draw the line right in front of me. We are the enemy. If you step across to my side, you better come with an army. We are the enemy. You're gonna pay for looking away. Turn around and face your judgment day. You should have known it was coming. Ready to play, get out of the way. There's really nothing you can do or say. We'll stand alone in the end. Waiting is over. The moment is now. Never surrender. We're taking you down. If you're looking for a fight, I'll draw the line right in front of me. We are the enemy. And if you step across to my side, you better come with an army. We are the enemy. The battle is already won. 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 If you're looking for a fight, I'll draw the line right in front of me. We are the enemy. And if you step across to my side, you better come with an army. We are the enemy. If you're looking for a fight, we are the enemy. And if you step across to my side, we are the enemy. Every day I feel the same. Hours and hours of wasting away. Turning the page, tonight we can play. The curves of your body moving to me. I can't stop looking your way. The cold in your eyes got me hypnotized. I know a game we could play. I've been watching you, tripping on myself. Ain't nobody else that moves like the way you do. And I can see just what you're thinking. Let's start living and knock the lights out. Rhythms are deep, you crash into me. Temperature rising, but you won't get me. Losing my shame, I'll slip away. Your lips hold the secret that I'll never say. I can't stop looking your way. The cold in your eyes got me hypnotized. I know a game we could play. I've been watching you, tripping on myself. Ain't nobody else that moves like the way I'm a wanted man, for reasons you won't understand. Prices on my head, feel like 100 grand, 'cause I'm on the dead or alive.
You would've thought I was whipping and pushing and selling this dope. The way that they tell me to get out of town and they aim for the throat. They trying to ghost your boy, they pulling the gun out the holster. But I'm doing me like I'm posted, yeah. You're smart, out here like the Wild Wild West. Shorty right there with the Wild Wild dress. They tell her you could be more and show less. Hold up, I've been around the block a few times. I got a new mind, I'm lit. Man, I was sleeping on futon, spread small as croutons. Now my business legit. But how many beats do I got to poop on to prove I'm not a fluke? I want truth, a true sign of growth. When you find ways to refine yourself, you win when you lose. Hey, seem like every team done got a Judas, but I don't care. Give me a snake and I'll make a nice pair of boots with, yeah. I ain't trying to be liked, man, I'm trying to be a light, bang. I ain't trying to make a living, man, I'm trying to make a light, bang. Hey, yo, that's way different. Nowadays, I pray different. Used to ask for more blessings, now I thank him for the ones he giving,
You know I'm a wanted man, for reasons you won't understand. Prices on my head, feel like 100 grand. Now they want me dead or alive, bang. They gunning for me now, bang. They got their weapons drawn, bang. They say get out of town, 'cause I'm on the dead or alive.
Yeah, how do you terrify a man that is scared to die? So when I got a mic, I'ma air the lies to paralyze my people. I live by the fear of God, I'm sick and tired of songs that don't dignify our ladies, but baby, we giving them power. The moment you go out and buy it and give them your dollars. Why they try to define us? By how many commas we got, they don't know what's inside us. But let me be honest, there's something be honest. Yo, homie, preach, I gotta speak on my piece. Man, I can't keep it a secret. The only way that you get acceptance is when you know you don't need it, yeah. Freedom is a mindset, and I ain't in my prime yet. Minor league of 116, yeah, them my folk I grind with. I think about all that time spent way before success. If you see the kids shining, that's the glimmer from the sweat. Get up and go, homie, we live by the code. We don't got minutes to blow. Time is more precious than gold. Chef with the flow, mix it with lyrics that fix up your soul. Oh, I ain't trying to be liked, man, I'm trying to be a light, bang. I ain't trying to make a living, man, I'm trying to make a life. Right now we some desperados. We are living by the motto. You know, if I die tonight, man, I'm ready for tomorrow. Let's go. They say get out of town. Hey, the truth won't let me lie. What else? They gunning for me now. Alright, and everywhere I go, I'm wanted dead or alive. I'm wanted dead or alive. I'm wanted dead or alive. I'm wanted. Everywhere I go, dead or alive. I'm wanted dead or alive. I'm wanted dead or alive. I'm wanted.
You know I'm a wanted man, for reasons you won't understand. Prices on my head, feel like 100 grand. Now they want me dead or alive, bang. They gunning for me now, bang. They got their weapons drawn, bang. They say get out of town, 'cause I'm on the dead or alive, bang.
Mending all the pieces of my mind for you to break it, setting all my
said at night in my dreams you dance on a tightrope of weird. Oh, but when I wake up you're so normal that you just disappear. You're so straight like commuters with briefcases towing the line. There's no residue of a torturer inside of your eyes. She said you're just like Mike, love, but you wanna be Brian Wilson. Brian Wilson said you're just like Mike, love, but you'll never be Brian Wilson. And I said, if crazy equals genius, if crazy equals genius, then I'm a fucking arsonist. I'm a rocket scientist. If crazy equals genius, you can set yourself on fire, but you're never gonna burn, burn, burn. You can set yourself on fire, but you're never gonna learn, learn, learn. Hey! She said, darling, you know how the wine plays tricks on my tongue, but you don't seem to change when you stuff all of your feelings with drugs. Other boys you may have dated serrated your heart with a slice, but the cut of your love never hurts, baby, it's a sweet butter knife. She said you're just like Mike, love, but you wanna be Brian Wilson. Brian Wilson said you're just like Mike, love, but you'll never be Dennis Wilson. And I said, if crazy equals genius, if crazy equals genius, then I'm a fucking arsonist. I'm a rocket scientist. If crazy equals genius, you can set yourself on fire, but you're never gonna burn, burn, burn. You can set yourself on fire,
I fell asleep on a subway in a cold and dusty seat. In the parking lot in front of my own house, I fell asleep on some bench in some bus, ridiculously everywhere. In some middle school walk, I don't know how the fuck I got in here. I could have guessed, but I'm tired. My head is full of shit. I'm so stressed, but I'm a little less insane than I'll admit. I could be wrong, but I know now you're the one and all that stuff. I should have known you sent from hell and not quite from the sky above. 'Cause I got love for you, girl. 'Cause I got love for you, girl. 'Cause I got love. I might never sleep at night, so I just kill myself this time. Oh, 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 oh. You know I tried every drink and every pill that I could score, but I still don't fly as high as I do with you anymore. You're a slut and you know why. I love you because of that. The way you make the boys get busy all around your pretty ass. 'Cause I got love for you, girl. 'Cause I got love for you, girl. 'Cause I got love. I might never sleep at night, so I just kill myself this time. Won't you give me some pity? Once and for all tonight, or move to a different city. Wait, stop. Since I got love for you, girl. Since I got love for you, girl. Since I got love, I might never sleep at night, so I just kill myself this time.
Gold watch, wind me up, you know it just don't stop. Don't stop. I'm on you, baby, like a gold watch.
Saw you from across the planet, hey. I ain't being too dramatic, hey. What you gotta have it, hey. Gonna get you anyway. You that high class loving like a Rolex. So expensive, I just wanna own it.
GSL.
What's up, guys? This is the GSL CodeA with Tasteless and Artosis, and we've got some great games to bring to you today.
Of course. It's StarCraft 2.
That's right.
Great games.
Great game.
Every
Pretty
day.
good game, I would say so. We got 3 best of 5s here.
Yeah.
And so far, CodeA is sized up to be pretty sick, man.
Yeah, our matches on Wednesday were pretty insane, especially that last one, TY versus Patience. Not going to spoil it, but when TY took the match on game number 4, it was amazing.
It's like, spoiler alert. If you don't listen to the last thing I just said, if you don't want any spoilers.
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised by the games on Wednesday.
Oh, man.
That was a treat.
A lot of people were saying that game 4 on Lairlac Crest between Patience and TY was the best game yet of Legacy of the Void. And
Yeah, I think it was.
I can't really disagree. It was
No.
pretty insane as far as top-end pro gaming goes. And what we learned last night watching you on SSL Tasteless was that Patience is number 1 on the Korean ladder. So
Yeah.
that was a pretty sick match. If Patience was a bit better, he would have won there because of that. And it's like, well, I guess, number 1 on the ladder is as high as you climb. You
How
try to climb
often-
any higher and you fall off.
That's right. Then you're Icarus. You've flown too close to the sun,
Yeah.
man. No, I had no idea he was number 1 on the ladder until my producer told me that going in there. That's pretty exciting. We don't always get to cast a player who's rank 1 on the ladder. Was the last one we did Cure?
Last time we knew,
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, innovation is number 1 on the ladder probably 50% of the time. So, no, we do that plenty. But, no, we don't always get to hear exactly which barcode is which. So, that's
a
pretty
lot
cool.
of the pro gamers keep it top secret. They'll never let anybody know who they are, which barcode they are.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like a long time ago that Nesty had some spreadsheet?
Yeah, he knew every
He
barcode
knew every
at one
barcode
point.
at some point in time.
That's
He
Nesty,
actually
though.
took the time to
Well, he's
cut
the one that
paste
made
that
them
into-
make barcode IDs, right? So he remembers
That's
each one
right.
that he typed in.
That's one of my favorite stories involving the ladder. That and the one where we had that all the barcodes on the Korean ladder, and then the guy who was ranked 3, his
Barcode
name in
butcher.
Korean was the barcode butcher.
I tell myself that was MC.
such a good idea.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Our matchups for today, guys: Sue against Trust, Keen against Journey, Deer against SOS.
Yeah, these are some pretty cool matches. It's going to be fun to see Keen playing. Always a character. See how he does there against Journey. But the other 2 matches are the really exciting ones here. Sue playing as EVP. Can he maybe have a little revival now? Because he had a rough end of last year, I would say.
He was in a rough patch. I think if there's a player who could definitely perform well as Zerg and Legacy of the Void, Sue would be our guy. He was a very, very well-rounded Zerg.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to see a lot of how to at least approach the Adept coming from this guy.
Yeah, I think you could be right about that. And then, of course, we have Deer against SOS. And Deer, so far, we've seen him play a lot of Legacy of the Void. He looks very strong, and we've seen him play PvP, and he looks quite good in PvP.
Yeah.
SOS, we really haven't seen him that much. But, he's a 2-time world champion, the defending world champion, the crusher of Pro League last year at the end there.
That's right.
The guy is a badass, so that's going to be a great match as well.
Here we have Sue. Apparently he's going to play with his jacket on. We don't normally see that. But it's going to be, I don't know. Is it that cold in here?
Maybe in his booth it's a little bit cold. You got to stay warm too. You might take it off when the game starts, but just maximize body heat. Like when I'm actually playing, I turn up my heat so high that I'm actually sweating by the end.
It's no joke, man. You cannot play when you're cold.
Unless you're July Zerg, he preferred it.
Oh, that's so
He's
weird.
the only
Did he
player I
really?
ever heard of that actually preferred it cold.
That is so weird.
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
In case you guys are wondering why that is, have you ever tried to play a piano with cold hands or really do anything when your hands are
I think there's probably more people that try to play a computer game with cold hands, so they can probably relate a little bit better than your metaphor here.
Look, if you guys ever tried to make a clay pot with cold hands? It's like, no, I don't know. And let's see what happens here. His opponent, Trust. I would say it's safe. We can all admit that he's probably the underdog here.
Yeah, certainly.
By most.
But, he's on KT now, so this guy actually gets to learn from Zest, and that's pretty insane. Zest is definitely one of the best Protosses in the world. We'll have to see how he
Certainly
goes
the most
about on this
handsome
team.
pro gamer there is. I think there's no question about that.
Yeah, he's
Then I think it's tied second, Dark and Hero. You know
Dark,
I'm right.
Dark and Liquid Hero? Or CJ Hero?
Well, actually, Liquid Hero's a pretty sharp-looking fellow as
he
well.
is
I was
pretty
thinking
sharp
CJ Hero.
No, I think Dark is quite handsome.
Dark
You
is,
can't disagree.
Yes.
Which pro gamer has the best voice?
The best voice? That would be you, Artosis.
The best voice in pro gaming either goes to Lucira, because it's so deep, especially back when he looked like a little kid, like 6 years ago. It was so funny, and then he talks, he's like, I have a deeper voice than anyone.
Now.
Yeah, that's a great voice. I always like Night End's voice, too.
Yeah, he's got a good voice.
Yeah, he's got a good
voice. It's going to be a best of 5. These guys have had a lot of time to prepare, but it's all going to come down to this. The Adept, a central unit in PvZ. We've seen this used a lot of different ways. We've seen Zergs actually suffer from Adept counterattacks as well.
Yeah.
Also from Zerg in this matchup, we've seen a lot of timed attacks hitting that third base. We'll see if it's going to be that this time around.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what Trust is going to bring to the table here, because Zest, certainly when we've seen him play, has not been relying on Adepts. Uses them some, but so far in his play we didn't really see too much. So maybe that's rubbed off on Trust. Maybe we could see something else.
Yeah, we'll have to see. He might be his own man. He might be playing it completely different from Zest. We're going to find out. The game is loaded up. It's time to begin our first best of 5. Trust against Stu here at the GSL CodeA.
I've been watching the cold. All those years I saw unfold. Lady of winter.
In the bottom right, in the blue, our Zerg player.
SK텔레콤 T1 수.
I wonder if you can set that GSL flag on fire.
that is treason, man. Don't let the flag ever
No, we're
touch
free
the
here at
ground.
GSL. We can burn the GSL flags.
In the upper left.
KT 로스터 트러스트.
Welcome to the studio, guys. Thanks for coming down.
Yeah. You guys are going to have a great night here, no doubt. A lot of great matches going on.
And before we get too far into it today, by the way, this is a pretty cool build. We'll talk about that in a second, though. Tomorrow, history is going to be made.
Indeed, it is.
The Brood War cast
The Brood War cast
is coming. 5 p.m. Korean Standard Time. We want you to be there. We need you to be there.
Indeed.
The more views we get, the more likely it is that we will have regular Brood War out here. And from Texas.
Texas loves Korea.
Texas loves Korea.
Oh my God! What is Mississippi gonna say about that? Oh man!
Hey, it's the Carbot Zergling.
There it is, or a puppy, as my little girl calls it. I have that little stuffed animal. She plays with it and calls it a puppy.
That animated, that's so cute. That animated web series is so perfect.
Yeah. That guy's brilliant.
I mean, really, the timing of everything, it's cute, but it's also, it makes some edgy jokes.
And he
there.
truly understands the game.
Yeah, truly does. We've got some youngins here in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Some future pro gamers.
Oh, I thought that was Maru. I'm sorry. But, all right, so taking a look at this. Looks like we have the double gateway adept here with that quick nexus as well.
I really like
Pretty
the
common.
way that he's doing this, opening this up with a little bit of a wall in.
I really like how this is kind of stressing me. Like, it looks really cool, these flames coming out. It's as if this space station is going towards Earth.
It's actually plummeting
You know, it's like
towards
going
Earth.
through the atmosphere right now. It's like, guys,
Somebody's
got
got to win the
3
game
minutes.
before we hit the planet.
Yeah. Thank God it's Legacy of the Void, or we would hit it before you had any tech. Like, but yeah, it's kind of. It seems like it's shooting downwards very quickly, but yeah, that's really cool looking.
Yeah,
GSL makes some pretty neat maps.
they certainly do. We're having the Adepts come up here now. Drones so far, not a single drone picked off.
Yeah, not yet. And there it goes. The first drone has died. The first, perhaps, of many. We'll see. Another drone does go down.
2 drone kills so far.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe they're going to shade into the main, but it looks like he is forcing him back.
Hey, you know that thing I said about, hey, maybe Adept will show us something new. Maybe he'll show us something that isn't Mass Adepts.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah, no, that was wrong.
Yeah, that was...
we see there Resonating Glaives on the way, so definitely some very powerful Adept-based attack going to be coming up here.
The Lings didn't quite scout it, but I think it's safe to assume for how common this is in this matchup, something like this is coming.
And Sue actually did not get to scout it yet, but he sees pure Adepts. That doesn't really mean too much. That's like a great early game unit anyways. Just like a very strong way to spend your money. But I guess if you see this many and you don't see like a Sentry or a Stalker yet, then I think you can begin to get the idea that he's going to continue making adepts. It isn't like 5 is the magic number to take a third base off of or something like that.
Yeah. We have an Overseer coming in here. He's going to take a peek. And the third base with this.
I think maybe a Zergling drop
Oh, no,
there.
excuse me, a Zergling drop here. You're absolutely right.
Roach
That's actually
Warren,
become more and more popular here.
Yeah. Oh, my God. It's so cool. Like when Dark was doing that against Myungshik. Oh, my God. Fell in love all over
I love
again.
it, man. We've already seen some of these timing attacks from Zerg where they hit the front.
Yeah.
But to see them actually
with double Overlord drops and stuff, it's like
it really is putting Protoss in check. I really like it.
It's super, super cool.
Stargate going to be next here.
A lot of Adepts moving out right now. And, of course, we do have this drop coming down. There's a huge amount of area over there that there's not even a single pylon in, so he's not going to see this at all.
Coming up here now.
Oh, he doesn't have anything against this. This is not good for Sue.
No, this is not good at all. Yes, these probes are being taken out here. Looks like we have 8 kills so far. So definitely killing workers a little bit quicker, or more quickly, but I think in the long run, these Adepts are definitely going to pay off.
Yeah, the Adepts are going to do more damage than those Zerglings, that's for sure. Look at these. They are not even close to being dealt with yet. 3 Roaches on the way. It's like you can run away from 3 Roaches with Adepts all day long.
Yeah, absolutely. He's now rotating over here to this expansion. Drones being evacuated. He comes right on top of that. We're going to have some more workers picked off here once again. Kind of crazy just how strong this unit is.
He's actually just shading right out into this third base and be able to kill some more as well. Ooh.
Yeah, nice. And Roaches coming up here. The Zerg army's a bit disjointed, so they're not able to do, the proper amount of damage. And he's going to come right back in. I mean, he's just not done with this. And note here, he's targeting down more drones, so we're having even more workers be killed. He may shade, he will shade into the main here.
Yeah, and they are still, like, 4 of these still have decent health right now, decent shields on them, so does go back there. Looks like they're finally going to be cleaned up as the Roaches and Queens come over. But that was a lot of damage, no doubt.
Yeah,
In fact, this has been going on for so long, the drone kill count, like, stopped for a little bit and restarted.
It's actually been reset a couple times here. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Behind this...
That's a look in your face when you lost all your drones right there, if I ever saw one.
Yeah. He's not in great shape. Really good job there, though, by Trust. He did manage to get in there and do that damage. As we said before in other casts, it's much easier for Protoss to take a third base with these Adept builds. Whether you're against Terran or you're against Zerg, it's just you're the aggressor. You're the one causing the problems for your opponent.
Definitely the case. Like right now, we just have Sue droning up, and there's an Oracle coming in, so he's just going to lose more drones. Unfortunately, had absolutely no idea that this was coming. So that's 5 more drones. Oof.
Yeah, I got to say, just seeing how Sue's been playing this, I did have higher expectations in this game coming from him.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a little bit stronger, but it seems like he really has not had as much experience against this strategy.
Yeah, it's weird. Because, like, you can see he's practiced the map and put time into the map because he's doing these Zergling drops from the sides on this kind of wonkily shaped main.
Wonkily.
So, it's like there's some cool ideas coming out here, but
oh, man.
The Adept Tech just slaughters him, and now the 2 Oracle? Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I mean, I've lost count of how many drones you've seen killed here.
It's a lot. We're up to 40 drones killed.
Wow. Wow, I am speechless. That is...
no, you're tasteless. But
not anymore. I've changed my ID to speechless.
Oh, wow. How about Speech Lion?
When I was going to be like Snoop Dogg and become Snoop Lion.
Fabu Speech.
Yeah, man. I love that whole ongoing joke about me just changing my ID.
Yeah.
How many do we have? We had Fabu Taste, and then we had...
I think that was it, wasn't it?
Taste Lion.
Taste Lion?
Taste Lion.
Is this real? Tassels, of course.
Tassels.
That's what I call you.
Have we ever actually said this on air? Every time Artosis thinks of my name, or reads my name,
in my head, I call you
Tassels. Yeah, let's go meet Tassels instead of Tasteless.
I have no respect for you as a human. I just call you like the dumbest thing I can think of.
By the way, the Oracles are still doing damage here.
Yeah. Prism on the way right now. We do have some roaches being made, more drones being made as well. The thing is, when you're making this many drones, you can't also make units, especially this early in the game.
Yeah,
so
it's a balancing act.
Yeah.
And Protoss is exploiting this quite effectively. If I had to say what I think the rest of this game's going to look like, it should probably be a timing attack from Protoss that would end the game.
Yeah, he's probably just going to walk across and kill him right now. Like, there's just no real army for Su. He's making some roaches, but, like, the army that we have right here, that's Resonant Glaives on those, and then we have, like, an Immortal and some Sentries. I mean, this is pretty tough for Su to deal with these roaches in such a small number.
Ready for the force fields. They're coming up here now. Picking his fight wisely. Immortal in a very good position.
And does hit him with a Corrosive Bile, so that was a pretty decent hit to get that shield off. But will he be able to actually kill off this army? Because he needs to slaughter it to have any chance in this game.
Note he's not using the Corrosive Bile to break the force fields, which he could be doing. The drones are now being pulled over here. He's stutter step microwave back. More Adepts do come in.
Ooh, that is a lot of Adepts right now.
Yeah. Looks like he's using that Corrosive Bile to try to get that War Prism, but it's still in the game. The push continues onward. If Zerg loses this expansion, most certainly Zerg is going to lose the game.
Well, you know, to be honest, I think that Su was basically dead already, you know, back when he lost 40 drones. In fact, the first big Adept attack really kind of did him in. So GG.
You really can't be critical of anything that happened after that because the story was already pretty much over once those Adepts got over there.
Yeah.
Trust winning game number 1. Really thought Su was going to have a stronger showing. Let's see how he adjusts here in game number 2.
Yeah, that moment when all those drones ended up dying to that original Adept attack, the story was already told. It was like, I mean, it's basically impossible to come back from.
It's a tough situation, right? Because it's not about knowing the Adepts are coming. It's about having the ability to out-micro them. And it's already just a strong unit.
Yeah, this is reminding me a little bit of Hellbat drops at the beginning and part of the Swarm.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you recall that, it was like so many games we just see like the Hellbats come and the Zerg or Terran player would just like lose too many workers, and then it would be like, oh, well, I mean, yeah, you just lost 20 SCVs or 20 drones or whatever, and it's basically over. But yeah, I mean, people are going to get better and better against this type of thing, but Su just not ready for that whatsoever.
The next map is Orbital Shipyard, and the game is loaded up. Let's see if Su can turn this series around.
Welcome to
Tasteless
GSL.
with me is Artie McToaster Oven, the greatest Hearthstone player in the world. Ooh. In the bottom left, in the blue, he is.
SK텔레콤 T1 Su.
That's a 12 pool.
It is.
Which
in
is the new
right,
6 pool, which is the new 4 pool.
Because, I mean, now with Legacy of the Void, this is basically StarCraft 3, and when they finally do make StarCraft 3, that's going to be like StarCraft 4. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You're going to have to get with it eventually.
Yeah.
Well, eventually they're going to start calling it like X1 and X2 and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Just like the Final Fantasies.
I think that right when you get to like 4, that's when we start having to get weird branding names, right? Now we're going to have StarCraft 0, StarCraft 360.
The StarCraft and the Furious 7.
StarCraft. That's good. You're funny.
Thanks.
Wow.
I like making you laugh. It's all I come to work for.
Artos is your laugh. It's the laughter of children. Welcome to the studio, guys. Thanks so much for coming down.
They can't hear you.
That's why I had to shout it. I'm shouting it over the bell. I'm like, hey, thank you for coming.
Actually, the other day when no one had headsets, you made me laugh so loud that they all looked back. They told us when we met them at the end that they heard my laugh. They're like, damn, something funny was said. Okay, so we do have these Zerglings coming. Probably a Forge is going to have to go down here, I would say. But this is going to be very tough for him to actually... I guess he just has to Chrono Boost like a Zealot out immediately and try to utilize some probes and stuff, but pretty tough.
Here we go. Pro block.
Ooh.
Nicely done.
This is not looking that good for him right now. This is like, he should be losing quite a few probes here, I would say.
This is going to have his whole build off rhythm.
Yeah, now look at this. This is a lot of lost mining time. 2 probes dead so far. I believe 1 was a scout probe. But the lost mining time is what I'm worried about at this moment. The Zealot's going to be out pretty soon.
Just so you guys know,
doing a pretty good job.
Anytime a probe is in mining, it's about 1 mineral loss per second.
It's pretty painful.
It's pretty bad. So you see this many, probes not mining, it's a lot. I know a lot of times people focus on worker kills, but if they're just not mining, it's pretty bad. We might have a Lynx around here. Nope, he backs up. Looks like he wants to focus down. Some more probes over here at the second base. Adepts are being made. Perhaps a counterattack might be effective, but first things first, Protoss has to get rid of all these Lynx inside of his main.
And in fact, he missed micro that Zealot a little bit, so we'll end up losing it. One thing I really want to point out is, yes, there's been a lot of lost mineral mining, not a lot of probes killed or anything.
Look at this, Artie.
I like it.
I like it.
I really like it. But I do want to mention that he wasn't mining gas throughout that, and he's just starting to mine gas again now. That is actually the most painful thing that happened there, is the fact that not only did he miss out on those minerals, but his tech is going to be so late. He has no gas to work with.
Yeah, this is a pretty big problem. Even the fact that these Lings are buying time from the Adept even getting over to the Zerg's base is pretty huge. So great start here by Sue.
I think so.
Yesterday I was cast in a SSL best of 3. Those are so much more unforgiving.
Yes.
You have to be prepared way in advance for a best of 3. In a best of 5, you have some wiggle room to try to figure out what they're doing. It seems like in this series, Sue has definitely mapped that out a little bit and has a better build coming into this after that initial loss.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. Like, I haven't seen that exact Adept build, like make 6 Adepts and then attack. It seems so simple, but like, it's just at a funny timing is what that was. It wasn't like you can't have enough to stop this. It's just like, oh, normally this comes a little bit later or a little bit quicker. So
but before we were casting Legacy of the Void and I was playing the Adept, I didn't realize I was doing it all wrong. Have you ever had that? Like right when an RTS comes out, you're doing something, you're like, no, I think this is the way it is. And I was only making 1 or 2 and like trying to poke in and harass, and now I've just seen like 11 Adepts come into the main and they just rotate back and forth, and I'm like, oh yeah, I guess you could do that too. I guess that's actually completely fine.
So what you're saying is you were playing with honor.
That's right. I was playing with honor.
This just in, Tasus played a game of Protoss with honor.
That's right. The only one ever. 2 Stargates here.
Yep.
This is not uncommon in this matchup.
A little bit late coming up here. He is making that third base as well. No Roach Warren yet, so it doesn't look like there's any real bust potential at the moment, because that's definitely something we've seen a lot of Roach, or rather Ravager Ling attacks against builds like this, but doesn't look like that's going to be the case right now.
He is going to be pooling Phoenixes for the time being, as well as setting up this third base to start using this. Let's see how Sue plays this out in the mid-game. Protoss, it's so funny how different this matchup is played now in Legacy. It totally turned upside down.
Well, all of Legacy of the Void feels a lot different, I think,
love it.
than Heart of the Swarm was, for sure. Everything.
I'm so happy with the way Legacy of the Void is, actually.
Yeah.
They did such a mix-up here.
Yeah. It's just fantastic. Really fixed what we needed fixed. And finally gave Protoss a chance with the Adept.
There's so many salty nerds watching right now. Nobody understands.
No, we do have the Phoenixes. Look like they're about to move out here. See what damage they can get done.
4 is the magic number, looks like.
Oh, a Spire actually just started here for Sue, and that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Sue is not someone that's necessarily afraid of going into Spire tech against someone that's gone Phoenixes, but against 2 Stargate, I don't think that's something that he's really going to want to take on.
Does get that 1 pickup on the Queen, and they will get that just right before the drop comes down here. The second Queen is going to be killed off unless Sue does something pretty quickly here.
Really nice killing these Queens.
Now he's going to get a third Queen because these Queens were disjointed enough during the attack.
Yeah. That's really painful, losing 3 Queens right there. That's going to cost him a lot of production here. Even going to pick off some drones. He should be just about out of energy, so the damage to economy will go away for now, but he has a lot of Overlords around the map he can pick off.
You beat me to it. I was going to say, he's got a ton of Overlords out here. Taking that out is going to be yet another nuisance here. You can even see inside the base, oh my god.
Look, he can even pick off that as well, like that Queen that we just saw. The Spire's about to finish. There's no Hydralisk Den or anything, so is he just going to like...
Is he going to try to like actually...
Go Corruptor?
Go head-to-head?
I think he's just going to make Corruptors, right?
I suppose he can.
Like...
I'm not sure if that's good because now we see Void Rays being made, so...
Yeah, and not just that, but 2 Robos just finished. It's like, I'll have fun with your Corruptors as I walk across the map with Immortals. Like,
yeah.
You want to see 2 units that are quite mismatched. It's the Corruptor and the Immortal.
Phoenix is coming up now. Continuing to do a great job harassing here. He is paid for himself and more with these Phoenixes, man. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'm super interested in the fact that he's making Corruptors here. We haven't seen any top-level Pro Zerg go for something like this against, because the build that we're seeing from Trust is just like, you see this basically every game. This is like the standard right now. But to go Corruptor, it's not like Su is dumb or making a mistake. You know, he's one of the smartest, best Zerg players in the world. So, and
sure.
I guarantee he's played against his strategy guys. So it's not like he's seen this. He's like, what is he doing? Oh my God!
These units?
What is this unit? Is this a ghost unit? Oh my God, my drones are gone. No, he's played against this like a million times, and he's decided that this is a legitimate way to play against it, is to have these Corruptors. So
well, we might learn something here. Let's see how he moves through this. Problem for Corruptors against Phoenixes is Phoenixes can always outrun them.
yeah.
I mean, that's the issue is
You're right, Corruptors do need a speed upgrade.
they need a speed boost, man. They need to be as fast as Phoenixes and shoot while they're moving. That would be fun.
You just need to give them the medevac boost.
That's
just
right.
like every now and then they can go as fast
You can hear
as a
that
speed
boost
medevac.
go, they just start zipping around.
So rocket comes out of their tail.
We are going to have an attack coming up here. Looks like the Phoenixes are going to spot this in time. This may give Protoss enough room to set up some defense. He's moving his army, not the most nimble army in the game, so he's going to have to make sure that's in the right position when the attack does begin. And I guess it makes sense because, you know, I was saying you can run away from Corruptors, but you can't run away from your expansions. Or you're going to be in bad shape.
Yeah.
So he's going to pick a straight-up fight. He's going to throw down here and try to take out this base. Let's see how it works.
I don't think this does anything.
I think you're probably right,
Like,
Matt.
this is just like a paltry sum of roaches. Like, this... I mean, if I see that many roaches, I would never be scared of that, right? Like, one Immortal beats that, right?
You're not scared of anything, though, Artos.
Oh, I'm afraid of anything that flies. anything that flies. Medevacs, Mutalisks.
Artos is not afraid of anything except for spiders and blood. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Especially spiders that make you bleed. Oh,
yeah.
my God.
Oh, man, those are the worst,
Oh.
man. Oh. Blood-sucking spiders.
Are you afraid of spiders?
No.
Me either, actually.
Doesn't actually bother me. I'm afraid of heights, though.
Me too.
When I'm on the
Well, that's just being smart.
when I'm on the escalator going up, I'm already like, oh my God, what if I lose control of my body and fly off of this thing?
I squat. I
Get
lay
down
down on
low.
the escalator. It really hurts when the escalator eats my hair because I didn't realize it was coming.
You can turn into spaghetti.
Oh! All right, well, we do have a little bit of Phoenix harassment here. Oh, picking up a couple of Hydras.
Yeah,
Really
good job.
nice pick-offs. Going to
This
get some Overlords.
Army so far still a little bit disjointed. The Corruptors come in, but once again, as we were highlighting, Phoenixes don't have to fight. They can walk away. They can be the bigger man.
Yeah, and they do get out of there.
They do get out of there.
Oh, but this is
Now,
quite
this is
a few
a
lurkers.
questionable push out here, I think.
Oh, and he actually loses that War Prism, which is kind of annoying. Probably has to move back from this for now. Doesn't really want to engage into that at the moment.
How do you stop lurkers, guys? Some of you people might be asking. Crazy people who talk to their computers might be asking this right now. It's been a problem since the days of Brood War, but it's always been about the angling.
Yeah.
If you can get surround them, drop on top of them, where the spines aren't premium for how much damage they can do, that's how you do it. And this is an unfavorable engagement that we saw Protoss taking here. He certainly should have backed up.
Yeah, another way that you can go about this is any unit like this that has to siege up the Liberator, the Siege Tank, the Lurker, like these, it's basically sieging up. It has to stop and become immobile, and there's a time in between when it can do that and undo that.
Yeah, well said.
You want to make them do that and undo that as many times as possible when they're coming towards you, because you can always whittle off a little bit as they do that, and a little bit across the whole map makes quite a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Good surround here. You know, I have to say, I think Trust was in okay shape a little while ago, especially with the Phoenix play, but I think he's not figured out when he's supposed to be pushing out. I think that generally Protoss can never push in a situation like this. Zerg is maxed out.
You know what is cool about these Corruptors, what these have done?
What's up?
Is the Phoenixes were still useful as harassment tools, but in the actual fights they're doing nothing. Like, he wants to lift up Lurkers, but he basically can't because the Corruptors kill him off. So,
oh man, this is really bad. This angle is so bad. He's going to try to come down here now. I mean, the sheer number of Hydras and Roaches alone is a problem, but the fact that there are Lurkers underneath this makes it also quite scary. He's now leaping the Lurkers a little bit forward. Immortal's not doing fantastic against these Hydralisks. We see him kiting it back right now.
yeah, and look at that. Like, everything just being completely destroyed here. Really good play by Su. I got a little bit nervous. The Phoenixes did a lot to kind of catch Trust up into this game, but this unit composition, it's not like Lurkers are new, but we don't normally see people go into Corruptors to stop the Phoenixes into this.
Here's what's really cool about it. Note that he's actually checking to make sure there are no observers in sight.
Yeah.
I mean, it's actually...
I think that's probably one of the biggest parts.
Yeah, Protoss has always had this problem. The observer just dies so quickly.
Yeah.
It's such a brittle unit. And when you have this many Corruptors, look, you can see the observer is actually running back here.
And that's brutal because this is like what would happen a lot in StarCraft 1 as well with the Lurker against Protoss.
Especially if Tasis was played, man. That was the story.
I never saw you keep an observer. It would rally into
you'd be in
the
my
Hydras.
house, you'd watch it every time. You're like, Tasis, don't lose that observer. I'm like, I know, man, shut up. It would die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with no detection, it's very hard to deal with that. You really need disruptors to have a chance.
Well, already I think we're going to be going into game number 3 in a second here.
Yeah, this was...
GG.
That was a cool win by Sue. I really enjoyed the way that he went about that. The fact that he kind of made all flying units negated by having those Corruptors as far as actual army versus army. And then also, they're perfect for sniping observers. With the fact that they fly and are so mobile right there. It's not like you're trying to get your Hydras back and forth and, the Immortals are shooting them while they're trying to kill the observers and stuff. The Corruptors literally will only shoot flying things, so they'll just instantly grab that observer. Really great stuff. I like it.
Let's see what happens in game number 3. Sue definitely playing like I was expecting him to play today. Certainly, I think Sue's going to go deeper in this tournament. He's such a fantastic player.
Yeah. I wonder if he's going to win a tournament this year. Because he has like 6 second places or something.
I actually get really bummed out when these guys get second place over and over and over because, I mean, for the amount that these players are investing into this game.
Yeah, no,
it's unfortunate
crazy.
The competition's so brutal because part of me wants to be like a kindergarten teacher and give everybody a trophy because you have to apply yourself so much as a professional gamer. Maybe he'll have it this time, maybe not.
No, I think there's a good chance. I'll talk about that more in a second, though, because we have loaded up. Prion Terrace is going to be our third map.
This is game number 3. Tell your friends to join us as we continue Sue versus Trust here in the GSL CodeA. In the upper left, in the blue, our Zerg player, he is...
SK텔레콤 T1 수.
And in the bottom right, in the red, he is none other than the one, the only.
팬티로스터 트러스트.
Every time I do SSL, they have the, so if you guys want to know our setup here, on the right side we have the feed that you guys see, and on the left side we have this, the in-game feed for the observer. In SSL, it's the opposite. So every time I come here, I mess up the intros.
In the middle, we have a little picture of TY where we put flowers in front of it before we cast.
That's right, man. We pray to him on the breaks.
We leave him little bits of our food and stuff.
That's right.
Pack of cigarettes,
That's right.
Coffee for TY.
That goes to the dead.
Yeah.
That's for the dead.
The
right
dead
there.
that TY has slain.
Yeah, the nerds that he has butchered.
Yeah.
All right, I got a story. Can I tell you a quick funny story?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm in my apartment today. Usually on a GSL day, I don't want to cook any food. I just have some food delivered to my house.
Okay.
So I ordered a pulled pork sandwich. It was absolutely delicious. Guy comes to my house.
Where'd you order it from?
Well, I use a service called Bird Riders.
I know that service. I'm just wondering what restaurant.
I don't know. I forget the name of it.
Okay.
There's just a list. And answered the door. Now, I answered the door in my underwear, okay? Like any kind of